Yeah, it's he's had it for a few weeks, and it's an injury that just needs managing. But it would have been easy not to appear, and I think when you then have probably one of the best nights of your life, it's a reminder to everybody that it's worth going through those things. And yeah, to see the joy on his face. He's such a popular member of the team and so humble, works incredibly hard, and of course talented. He's been finishing like that all week, so yeah, it was an outstanding performance.
He's made a huge progression with Arsenal and with himself as well, but how good could he be in terms of getting to that real elite level, which he's obviously pretty close to as it stands?
Yeah, I think he's there. He you know, when he broke into the team at Arsenal, what struck us was that in a team that were having a difficult time, he was performing at a really high level. Then when the team were playing well, he was still a key player and performing at a really high level. So that says a lot about his mentality, his ability to deal with pressure, and that's the environment that we're in all the time. So no, he's exceptional to work with.
James Robson.
That forward line, those three, they worked really well together. They have a bit of everything. Is that the sort of forward line that you could build the team around to win things? Probably not able to play them as much as you would like to.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's always about balance, and we felt that there would be a little bit more space, that speed would be important tonight. We were patient at the right moments. I have to say that, you know, all of the team worked unbelievably hard to win the ball back quickly. So it meant then that when we won it, you know, a couple of the goals came from those quick regains and then the speed to exploit it. We got the wingers away one against one, which, you know, looked at the start of the game where the goals were going to come from. And then they've both arrived in it through the middle a little bit more to finish their chances. So yeah, with Harry always being one that's probably going to drop a little bit deeper, to have speed around him is a great asset to have. But I think for different games, different profiles of players are important, and of course you can never be sure that we're going to have everybody available. So that's why nights like tonight, when the team are going well, we said to them at half time, you know, you have to keep enjoying a night like tonight. You have to keep driving and finish it well, because it's not often you have the team at that sort of a moment, really.
And Rashford is a completely different animal to this time last year. How important was it, that conversation you had with him last year when you left him out of the squad?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he would be able to articulate that better than me. I'm sure in the end it's all about the players' response and what they do. You know, in the end, as a coach, you talk to players all the time. You try to press the right buttons, but in the end, it's always credit to the players if they take up the challenge and they have a season like he's had with the goals. And today he looked, you know, you assume Old Trafford playing for England is going to be a special night, but you've still got to then go and deliver. That comes with a certain level of pressure, and although the scoreline is, you know, outrageous, really, that wasn't really, you know, how you were expecting the game to be, because there's no evidence that Macedonia would suffer like that. There's no evidence that the game in the end would be as straightforward as it was, and certainly in the opening 20 minutes it didn't look that way. So it's huge credit to, I think our senior players have set a brilliant tone all week, and Jordan Henderson on the pitch tonight, he won't get the headlines, but the way he set the tone for winning the ball back and running forward and mixing the game up, I think was really important.
Back to Tom.
Gareth, it's a year and a week since Hungary, Macedonia. You were just talking about it and enjoying the nights. The way the team sort of progressed over in that period in terms of maturity, and the way they went about it tonight. I mean, you just give us an idea in terms of like the sort of difference that you've seen and the difference that you're feeling tonight about the team.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look back, last summer, 4 matches, a couple of them behind closed doors need to rotate the squad, need to look at new players. So there were a lot of circumstances, as we knew at the time, around those performances and results. Post World Cup, I think we've hit a sweet spot where there's a hunger to go further than we've been, and a desire to keep pushing forward, but a confidence from the matches that we've played and the big nights we've been involved with, and the ability that they know they have. So that's a good place to be. We have to keep pushing them now because they've set a standard in the last 4 games against different sorts of opponents, different environments where anything can be possible. And I think they've been really good to watch. They've been exciting to watch. There's competition for individual places. There's competition to get in the squad. But around all of that, there's a brilliant feel with them as a group, and that is what creates a strong team. And I think the crowd have connected with that. The crowd were brilliant from before kick-off tonight.
Obviously not getting carried away with it at all, but you can tell that there's a lot of them are used to winning things now and being in those big games, and carrying that sort of confidence about them that they expect to do things now, not that they're hoping to do things.
100%, yeah. And that's experiences with their club, but also as a collective, because we've always had moments where clubs have done well, but then how do you match that in? When Declan first played with us, I remember the Nations League semi-final with Holland. It's the biggest game of his life, and he's still learning his trade and still learning the position. Now he's played European final for us, European final for his club, big nights for us. They're all the experiences they have together are more important, but you can't take out the confidence that if you're a European champion, as the Manchester City boys arrive here tonight, then they're carrying that into the camp as well. But what they didn't come like a load of big shots and say we're European champions. They got straight onto the training pitch, mucked in, supported the group from the side in Malta, and then they performed tonight.
Gareth, following on the experience I was a bit surprised to see before the game, I don't know if you saw that, the 590 combined caps, second most of any England team in history, without any Centurions. That just seems a bit bizarre, but I guess that feeds into that experience thing. And it does feel like England are in a really good place a year out from years. I know you're not getting ahead of yourself, but you've always said that's the stage ambition. Yeah,
we've known that accumulating caps is one thing, but accumulating big game experiences is another. And also the really pleasing thing is that we've got a lot of young players with a lot of caps as well. So it's not that this team, there's just this next summer and nothing else. We want it to be sustainable for England. We want England to be challenging for as long as we can see. And that's also an important part of what we need to do. So we have to keep bringing young players into the squad, give them a feel of what it means to play in this group, and evolve the team as we go. There's that competition now, and that drives the players. They'll listen to what you say as a coach, but if there are other players in your position that hunting you down and are after your spot, then that drives your performance.
Okay, 2 more to finish. James and then Jess on the back.
Okay. Can you just reflect on